I'm here in New Bristow, Virginia, very close to the Civil War battlefields of Manassas. I'm standing here in a beautiful neighborhood in front of a gorgeous house. Looks very much like the other houses in the neighborhood. But if you look closely, you'll see this house is much more accessible and much more user-friendly. Now that might have looked like a normal front walkway to some of you, but the reality is there's a slight slope, which is great if you're in a wheelchair or walker or might have balance problems. The beautiful thing is it doesn't stand out, and when you drive up from the front, you see stairs, so it looks like any other house. One of the other fantastic additions to this home, or features of the home, is that there's a threshold here. Again, if you're in a walker, if you have any balance or dexterity problems, this is great for you because there's no step like it might be in a normal house. And what I love about this is a fantastic feature. This looks like just a decorative piece. Now, if you undo the hook that's here, it opens up to be wider. So again, it allows you the opportunity, if you need to use a walker or a wheelchair, to be able to come in and out, but it doesn't stand out. It's very beautifully designed. These are just a few of the features. Come on in, I'll show you some more. So what's the big idea? If you get that this home was designed for people with disabilities, you're only partly right. It was actually created to demonstrate what's known as universal design. This is a concept that promotes ease, safety, and comfort to make housing that's accessible to everyone. This house's features can be helpful to you whether you're limber and spry or stiff and fragile. And if you didn't know they were there, you'd probably never give them a second thought. Later in today's show, we're going to tour this house and see its many features up close. But first, I want you to get a sense of the problems that universal design was developed to address. One big one is arthritis. It's a source of pain and frustration to millions of Americans, and it can really get in the way of leading a normal, active life. So let's see what living with arthritis can be like and the challenges it presents around the home.
Any kind of pain or inflammation in a joint is the way you would think about arthritis.
Dr. David Borenstein is a rheumatologist who specializes in treating arthritis patients.
But under that definition, there are over 100 different types of problems that can affect joints, causing arthritis.
Rose Barron knows all about arthritis pain. She is just one of over 46 million Americans diagnosed with the condition. According to the Centers for Disease Control, arthritis is the leading cause of disability in the United States.
It isn't so much their ability to get around as to do what we call their activities of daily living, the simple things of washing the dishes or putting on their clothes, things of that sort.
Levers are wonderful for a number of reasons. One is that you can moderate what the heat of the water is just by moving it to the left. But also, to pull it up is much easier than turning a faucet. And if you really have trouble, you can pull it up with both hands.
The faucet sprayer presents another challenge.
You have to press down hard. I get it done, but it's not without difficulty or pain.
She has trouble opening pull tabs.
So I take a scissors and use leverage to open it.
Patients who have arthritis in the hands can get quite frustrated in opening jars.
You have to hold it tight and move the top, and this is not budging. So I have to think of another way of doing it.
For Rose, even getting a simple glass of orange juice in the morning can be extremely difficult.
And try and finally get it open. Then, once the top is open, then I have to get the inside open, which you have to pull and pull and pull, and then it finally comes out.
Sometimes grabbing on to a regular door handle can actually be quite difficult. And lever kind of door handles, which go up and down, are much easier to use if you have arthritis of the hands.
And if you don't do it with your hands, you can always do it this way. Much easier than turning it around.
In her bathroom, the challenges of grooming are not so easily overcome. Though Rose tries her best to care for her teeth, manipulating a toothbrush can be very awkward, and flossing is extremely tricky. Brushing her hair is not only hard, but painful.
It hurts me to raise my right arm, but I do it. I wear my hair short to make brushing and washing easy.
Turning on and off a light bulb can be very difficult for a patient with arthritis as well.
I get hold of the switch with my crooked hands and turn, and it worked. But it hurts as you turn it.
Getting dressed can be quite the activity of the day for the patient with arthritis.
Pulling drawers open is not easy. You have to bend down and pull them, and they open. Some days this drawer is pretty loaded, and I have to actually twist around and pull them. I always get it open eventually, but it's not easy.
Most people are able to get on their clothes pretty quickly, but the patient with arthritis can see a button as a major impediment to getting anything done for the rest of the day.
I have shoes that are laced, which are difficult to tie for two reasons. One, because of my hands, but also I can't lift up my leg as high as many normal people might. But I get it done.
Almost ready to leave, Rose takes some coins from the dresser.
But in the supermarket, it's really hard. And I end up going like this and doing it into my crooked hands and hope coins don't fall like that.
Despite the difficulties she faces, Rose finds or creates ways to cope with her arthritis. But Dr. Bornstein believes that much more can be done to help people such as Rose.
What is needed is adequate space and functional design, which allows people who may not be able to stand up as well, sit as well, move as well, that they have access to what's needed in a kitchen, bathroom, and bedroom so that they're able to actually live independently.